Morning. It is Sunday and I decided, so I don't know if you saw my live yesterday, but basically Julian Hall has challenged me to making a video every day, which was really hard for the first 4 days of the year because I'm super camera shy, so I actually never managed to switch on the camera. I finally got the camera on yesterday and I made my first live and of this year, my first of my daily lives. And then I discovered something in Instagram, an update. If you know me, you know I'm all about the early adoption of new technology. And I learned in Instagram that I can share a picture whilst I'm posting a video. Now, as someone who teaches, oh my God, that's everything, because the reason I don't like making videos is I just don't like looking at myself. I don't like my face as the constant only attention seeking item. I'm not one of those hi guys, no, I have to have a purpose. And so yesterday's was a good video. I think yesterday's video I was talking about the issues of procrastination and entrepreneurship, because I was kind of putting my lack of productivity in terms of videos down to procrastination. Turns out it was not that. I just didn't have enough resources to hand to want to make the videos, because when I was in the video I realized this tool that I then figured out later, and I decided I can use this tool. And I woke up this morning buzzing, ready to use this tool, ready to share some information and some knowledge. So as usual, I'm going to share what I'm going to share today, which is basically going to be about making a right brain business plan. Actually going to give you a nice tutorial. Then I'm going to upload it to IGTV. But before I do that, oh, there's questions are gone. Okay, cool. All right, so I don't need to worry about that. All right, so I'm going to do that now. So let's go for that. And let's see how this goes. Yeah, good. Okay, so today I'm talking to you about right brain business planning, and the reason I'm going to do it is because I have this. Hold on, let me show it there. I have this book which I absolutely love. This is not the best picture of it, but the truth is it's messy because I'm always using it, and it's got food and stuff everywhere because it's a creative business planning book, and I'm just always pulling it up. I can't help it. I've had it for years. I think easily about 9-10 years maybe, I don't know, but from the moment it came out, because I actually watched a tutorial with Jennifer Lee, the author, and she's very creative, and she was talking about how she does her business planning, and I just thought the book was amazing. So let's have a look. Things I love about it is things like the graphics, the design in it, the way it's laid out, the introduction, the chapter headings, the colors, differences, because I'm dyslexic. So for me, it's having things which are dyslexia friendly is just so important. Look, everything about it is so nice and so colorful. Just ignore the background noise. This is the noise in the kitchen. But everything about it is so colorful and visually appealing that I just can't help myself. When I use this book, I feel like I need to make a business plan. So she's very good at writing things up, in terms of the way that she sees things. Business should not be dealt with like business as usual. She feels like you need to bring out your creative intuition in terms of your business planning, and again, something I agree with. So, when everyone thinks of business plans, they think of these 100, 200 page documents that just aren't sexy. They're not attractive, not to me anyway. I don't like the idea of making them. I don't like the idea of maintaining them. I even hate more the idea of reading them and, even adding and improving on them. I just can't. I can't with a 100-page dossier. But what I can do is I can make a right brain business plan. So here she talks about how we can use our right brain to creatively launch our business. And so what we want to do is we want to defeat the left brain, right? We need to defeat the left brain. So let me tell you about how the right and left brain are. So the left brain is a logical aspect of the brain. It's people who are more in tune with left brain, with their left side of their brain, are accountants, or they're just good with numbers, logic, statistics, data, facts, tables, order, structure, everything the school tells us we should be good at. They're good at that. They're very left brain, right? So as you can see on her list here, it says logical, sequential. I'm just trying to see if I can oh, that's me zooming in. Oh, what was that? Oh, look at this. Okay, let me just zoom back out. Okay, kind of like it a bit zoomed out. Yeah, thanks. I was trying to zoom in the picture, sorry. So yeah, so left brain, logical, sequential, verbal, analytical, like I said, data, practical, structures, and I think that says thought. Okay, Whereas the right brain is where I am, mainly because I'm dyslexic, but also just because I'm a creative person. I love colors, I love things. Like, I can't even live without a gold strip in my hair and at least one blonde lock, which I don't know where she is right now, but she's there somewhere. Yes, there she is. I need to have some, you know what I mean, some vim in my life. So we're right brain, we're creative, visual, we're non-linear, we're very free form, very emotional, very intuitive. We see things in the huge picture, not just the big picture. We're very imaginative, and we follow through on our feelings, okay? So using that right side of your brain is what this book is about, and using it in a way that you can then create a business plan. So here's one of the business plans that she created herself. Sorry, I keep doing the Zoom thing. Here's one that she created herself, and it's a visual business plan. It's basically like a collage. Can you see? Yeah, so you basically get like an accordion book, or like a long strip of paper that you fold into like an accordion book. So it folds flat, but it also folds out and long. And then you have to consider the different areas of the business. So she calls things, you know, she says things like hearty highlights, like, which is the executive summary, the business landscape, which is competitive analysis. She's got the moolah, which is all about money, managing the moolah, getting the word out, which is about the marketing plan, making your plan real, which is actually your action plan, and things like that. And then each of the chapters is separated into each of these areas. Like, I just love it. Like, if you're creative and you want to start a business, but you can't even begin to think about how to do it, then I suggest that you follow through on that. So then she also provides like a little tutorial on how to do it. And like I said, it's such a creative book. Look how she does it. She literally doodles her notes and her outlines, and giving you instructions on how to do that. I'm going to read this to you. So if you have multiple businesses, as most creative entrepreneurs do, then she's got some exercises and worksheets in here that you can use. But then she goes on, she says, for example, maybe you're an art therapist who also designs inspirational jewelry. While there may be some overlap in your business, you'll probably find that the details differ when you identify your perfect customers for each business, the most effective ways to reach them, and how you'll earn money from the business. So by focusing on one business at a time, you'll be able to keep things simpler and more manageable. Once you go through the process for one business, it'll be easier to repeat it for the next. And when you're done, you can look at both plans to see the big picture of your creative enterprise. This is me. I have so many different projects. Some of them are not businesses. Some of them are businesses. Most of them are actually just things I do self-employed, or like short-term projects because I have an interest. And yes, there's so much overlap, but the truth of the matter is that they have to be dealt with individually for me to then be able to put them together to see the big picture. For a good example of that, have a watch of my IGTV video from yesterday when I was out with Create and Inspire, with Chris from Create and Inspire. And you can see like the 3 whiteboards that we put up of all the different things that I've got planned and I'm working on. But yeah, it's a good way to do it. Here's another page. So this one is more of like a collaged business plan. Obviously, there's nowhere near enough information in this one compared to the accordion book that she made. But a collage is also very good. People sometimes refer to it as like a vision board or whatever. Standard ways. Let me see what else. Okay, and then as you use the book, you earn the Right Brain Entrepreneur's Badge of Honor, right? So you say, you know, as a right brain entrepreneur, I promise to celebrate the courage it takes to follow through and pursue my dreams. I promise to define my own success. I promise to embrace my intuition to help me innovate. And I promise to become a problem solver. And there's another one. There's a little bit more I took pictures of. Inspire and empower others through my creative freedom. And I promise to live and work in alignment with my values, make a positive, meaningful impact within the world, and play an important role in pioneering things that are fit with my values and my right brain genius. Okay? So through using this book, you become a right brain entrepreneur. I'm going to take you through, I think, this book for a little while. If anyone's interested, just comment or something. And I'll take you through the book for the rest of the week, the different chapters, and actually how to go through each thing. But for now, I think if you're going to take up the challenge, at least make the Right Brain business plan. If you missed this video or you see it but you want to replay it and then you come back and it's gone, it'll be on IGTV. But yeah, that's that for that. And then in response to yesterday, so yesterday's videos, I had a couple of responses and people were just really saying that they do struggle with procrastination as entrepreneurs. And that's the reason I picked this book, because it's usually that you're struggling because you're a right brain person trying to do things in a left brain way. Like yesterday with my videos, I'm a right brain person. Let me see if I can turn this off actually. Take off the picture. Is there a way to take off the picture? Oh my god. Okay, no, if there's no way, let me do that like this. Right, so for me, I'm very right brain. I'm a right brain type of person, and the idea of that, oops, it's on my wardrobe, and the idea of doing anything in a left brain approach really puts me off, and I go into some super level procrastination. Like, it is unbelievable. Like, my body won't let me move, my soul won't let me move. But whenever I find the right brain way to approach something I have to do, like finding this new way to make videos, I'm off. Like, I think I'm off to the point where I'm really worried about you guys. I might make videos all day long now. The only thing that's going to stop me is one thing. It appears this update is only on the iPhone, and the iPhone is my son's phone. And so yes, I straight up jacked my son's phone on a Sunday morning and was like, dude, what's your passcode? I need to use your phone. And so this is gonna have to be what I do when I get home until they send out the Android update. But Instagram, I know you guys are always listening to my business. Why don't I have this on my Android? What's going on? Last time I checked, my Android was more expensive than the iPhone. Anywho, okay. I'm just finishing the video. You should really watch it. I just did a tutorial on how to create a right brain business plan. But yeah, so I've finished now, and I'm gonna leave the video up for an hour, and for a day, like it stays on Instagram Live. Hey, long time, I know. Do you want me to explain this to you quickly again, or do you think you can watch the live and get on with it, okay? Because you can always watch the live and then ask me some questions, and then I'll come back and maybe do a response video for you if you want. It's a video about how to make a right brain business plan, and I think you're going to love it. You want to go on? Okay, so I was showing this book, okay? This is one of my favorite books. It's called The Right Brain Business Plan by a lady called Jennifer Lee. And, you know, I'm like proper creative, intuitive. I use my colors. Exactly. And I was saying that I love it mainly firstly because of the way she designs the pages in the book. If you look at the contents page, look how beautifully creative that is. Just all over. The colors are so unusual for business planning books. She shows you how to make the business plan like as a visual, like an accordion book and things like that. And she takes you through, you know, the differences between people that use their left brain, people that use their right brain. So people that use their left brain are very structural, sequential. They like tables, charts. So for them, a business plan is what we know, which is that boring document. And I teach business. I'm a business lecturer in university. I know why people want that document. It's just because the banks are so used to receiving it, and investors. But actually, for you as an entrepreneur, you need a business plan that fits with your soul and your spirit, right? And I'm a right brain entrepreneur. So that's the other side. I'm visual. I see the big picture. I'm imaginative. I follow my feelings. You know what I mean? I'm creative. I always want to use my right brain. So I'm showing you this book today because I feel like it's a very good book to look into, but more importantly, because I can just tell you what to do. So let's go to where she kind of draws it out. So here we are. So the point, I guess, is kind of just that you can get any sort of visual board, accordion book, you know, like the ones you can open out and close back. You can use post-it notes, you can use cards, whatever, and use a creative way to get your ideas down about these different areas of the business. So things like, as you can see here, managing the moolah means the financial plan. Getting the word out means the marketing plan. Hearty highlights means the executive summary. Business visions, she's talking about what you're going to do. Can't see all of them. Making your plan real, where the rubber meets the board, for example, the action plan. So in the book, she has these totally creative ways of approaching things, and then she basically guides you through how to do them. So what I was suggesting that everyone does is that they, if you want to create a business plan, have a go at creating a visual plan like this one, or like this one. Can you see? And it's kind of, have you heard of vision boarding before? I think it's kind of like vision boarding is what I would say. But the difference is you really do want to try and have an actual business plan. So you want to cover all the areas that would be in a business plan. Yeah? Exactly. Yeah. So that's that. And then there's this version, but this version is more like a business plan. I mean, a vision board. I don't quite like it. I feel like it's more pictures than quality and, you know, content, like to remind you of your financial goals. Whereas this one has a lot of little bits in there that kind of, you can't see it now because obviously I've already taken the pictures, but it kind of like really properly shows you what you need to know. Can you see in there? And this one, what I really like is she puts like these little envelopes. So in the envelopes is notes. And I think that for me, I know when I first made mine, I made one like this. Like I made an accordion book that stretches out, and I made envelopes on each area. And then I used to get post-it notes, and every now and again I'd write on my post-it notes, and I'd slip the post-it notes in the envelopes. And I made the whole area visually creative, but I had my notes in there. So if I ever wanted to remind myself, like, what was my plan to make money in January, I'd pick out the thing and be like, oh, that's January's of my business plan. Which is just weird. But it really, really works, and it has worked for me. And a lot of my students, I support them in creating creative visual business plans, and it really, really works for them too. Yeah? So there you go. Look at you having your own little tutorial repeat. But yeah, I'm going to leave this up on Instagram Live because I was saying earlier I took my son's phone because he's got this feature. Yeah, so this feature where I can be video and picture is not on the Android yet. I don't have a clue why. So I just straight up took my son's phone, and now I need to return it because, you know, 16-year-olds, they can't live without the technology. But thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to put some Q&A up. So please reply and, you know, give your feedback into my questions, and I will see you soon. Okay? I will see you soon. Make sure you feedback and comment and reply. Yeah? Ciao.